All right, what it do, fellas? We are back with more Diablo action. All right, there goes the game. Well, let's pick up my loot from earlier. Yummy, 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 yummy. Coach, what are you doing? Oh, he's a monk, that's why he died. I was like, how did he die? And then, yeah. The Necros have the most, or the best advantage, by all means, of for world farming. Or I guess open world lazy farming. But it is really, really useful. I understand some people don't like the aspect of it, but it's a part of the game, and it is very easy to gain yourself quite a few Paragon levels, some additional familiar contracts, runes, secondary gems, all the works. Let's see. I'm gonna put on my PvP. Perfect.
Since we're dying anyway, you're saying it's better if we at least start fighting?
I should advance, goddammit! Rage has fallen. The anguish fallen. Their lives have meaning because we, the living, refuse to forget them. And as we ride to certain death, we trust our successors
to do the same for us.
Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world. My soldiers push forward! My soldiers scream out! My soldiers rage!
That's up to the sacred chain. Yeah, I really need an essence up here. Like, this build is extremely powerful. It sucks that I'm legitimately not even using an essence of it. There's falling. Oh, you're leaving? Bye, Mom. Let's see. Okay. I need to remember to actually save this one this time. Okay. Let's get into it. Ask him. I think Sum's busy tonight working. So I'm asking him. I told him I was going to go PvP, and I'll be back around like 11 or so for farming if there's a spot open. Let's go Pang. Oh, Pang? Let's get it, Pang? Whatever that was, that hurt. That was foolish. I shouldn't have gone in there yet. Oh, I also don't have my other judgment piece on. That's what I forgot to put on. Alright, I gotta get my head of mouse. Damn it, can't get hold of it.
In the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain,
I gotta put it back on another set.
a lot of defeat. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you will realize is that you have greatness within you. What you will realize is that you're more powerful than you can ever begin to imagine. What you will realize is that you're greater than your circumstances, that you don't have to go through life being a victim. It's not over until I win.
Hello. Said, do you think Barb is a strong class right now?
Barb's an extremely strong class right now. They're one of the toughest to kill, and unless there is another barbarian on them that is has the dispel or a very, very uncommon necromancer that has the dispel, there's only, I mean, they don't have a way to die instantly. Whereas if you have the dispel and they go into their undying, they will give you like that other. Oh, I couldn't get it off. No, especially with their build setup right for it. And I think that a lot of the barbs right now are running this kind of like overly cookie cutter. Like it's kind of more of a. I think that the helmet now like it like auto targets you a little bit to it. It's very powerful. It seems like. I also think that a lot of barbs are definitely going towards using that, and that also means that a lot of barbs are basically available to be. There's where one. This is where a lot of the problem is right here. Yep. All right, that's a lot better. But now barbs are extremely strong. I mean, they're great for idle sitting. They're great for helping push. They get lots of kills just simply for it. But I think that a barb, even now running some of the Spark Tusk, kind of outset can really do a lot of damage in there. Honestly, if I was playing barb, I would probably be running the Spark Tusk. I'm a big fan of the spell just because there is nothing that just stops these barbs from like going wherever they want and doing whatever they please. And if there's enough of them, especially with like a satyr and a barb or whatever, like I love like playing with Brutal B and just run around pocket bubbling him because he's going to be able to take the damage for both of us really. And as long as I keep him up, I can kind of get myself away, get back into the fight.
Yeah, but do you think its PvE is good?
Yeah, I mean it's fast. It can do a lot of for like dungeon runs and that kind of stuff. I mean it's survivable.
Said compared to others.
Now, if you're looking for damage of it, like output wise. And again, I've not, I guess, tested enough of like seeing some of the top PvE players in Raid, I guess, going against each other. But so I'm taking, I guess, from what some says. Some basically says that Crusader right now for PvE does the most output, followed right by like the Tempest and then the Demon Hunter, I think. And then I mean, it's not like you can't PvE with them. I mean, any class can be good for PvE. It really depends on your setup, your combat rating. But I mean, like, they're strong. Whereas like 30% of this game is like maybe PvP, the rest of it is PvE. I can see where you're looking more for like maybe the PvE aspects of it, but the small amounts of PvP are really kind of like what helps set, like getting into Immortal, getting into like that, helping your clan win like Shadow Wars, getting into the top 10. So, I mean, Barb overall is like a very solid class. I was surprised that they gave their only weakness to other barbs. So, unless there's a barb out there, it's a lot harder to kill the barbs. Like, at least dispel, I'm saying, I guess. Ooh, I got it right up in that. But nice to also think about barbs. You don't have to be even like a very high resonance barb either. Like, holy crap. What is that? That's a Tempest.
Hello. So what about PH?
There's a lot that are probably like, will say otherwise for it. I would say for PvP, they can be strongish, but they have no survivability. And if you give them the survivability that they need, you basically are running all of your essences off with it. I mean, it's great for PvE-ish, but that's what I mean. You can PvP with it. You don't have a lot of support for your team. You do have a lot of output and not a lot of survivability, but I mean, if you're looking for more of a damage dealing type of class like that, a Tempest is probably going to be your better bet. Putting on that armor pen actually helped quite a bit. I was wondering, I was like, why do I feel like I'm not hitting anything? But again, play what you want. That's the biggest thing. Play what you enjoy, and don't let your, I guess, like, what is meta or what is the best or whatever for it. Go with what you enjoy, what keeps you active, what keeps you wanting to like play the game. And there's also no penalty for trying out all the classes on one account. I do see, my biggest mistake I do notice is players that will, they think that they need to make other accounts for having just multiple alts or whatever. Damn it, I'm not dead there. 35 seconds. Come on, we gotta hold this. Oh my gosh, no. I think we got it though. Yeah, we do. Perfect. I tried to jump in there and get that bubble off, but did not happen. I thought maybe putting that one paragon to like the damage or the what was it? The one that basically gave me 10% less loss of control. I don't feel like I had any less. I always just had it. I'm gonna deactivate that one and then activate that one. I guess, hello, what class do you play typically? Oh, Lady Evil Art.
Hello. Said I used to play DH. Hello. Said but I'm returning now.
Hello.
So. Said so I'm trying all the classes out.
Do you want something to like... I will say if you're just coming back, the class that I would recommend, I guess, for just the pure amount of one, you are able to do all your PvE content. You can open world farm all day, all night, and all you really need is like a necromancer with a few of the essences, and you pretty much can let your character basically gain its like paragon and everything else back almost instantly. No, not instantly, but like within a couple of days of like open world farming, you can have your paragon back.
So you recommend Necro?
If you want to like have a way to just come back and like I said, I don't know if you had an old iPad or something like that, that if you want to just leave on a charger while you work or whatever, the Necromancer is the easiest and the best to open world farm with like that. I mean, if you just want to like get yourself caught back up, get yourself some combat rating, and move on after that. You guys are bitches. Die, you big bitch. And then also, if you want to play PvP with it, just like this chicken guy is right here, you can run the golem build with it. Very strong. Oh, wow. Spawned in front of the wrong one right there. At least pushed him off that idle for a minute. Damn it, lady. As long as I could. No, they're gonna push it in right there. Here's where they come right here. Yep. We got it. We held them off as best we could. 9.4, something like that. The reason I've got lower right now is I took off one of my rank 10s for this rank 8 4 out of 5 RC, and then I'm using a rank or the 2-star maxed ballot. I try not to like lower my res like too terribly low, but then also it doesn't do me any justice or even the team justice if I'm running around at my max res, because if I do, then I'm more of looked at as like I need to be responsible for help carrying the team. And since I just came back from a long break, my secondaries are very low, and so I'm honestly probably around like what good secondaries would be for maybe like a 7K ish. Maybe I'm being still generous to myself for that, but
Hello. Said if you auxiliary gem, does it reduce its ability?
so yes, so I am auxiliating a colossal engine right here. So what it does whenever you auxiliate in is you still keep the resonance and like the gem's power of electrical resonance that it gives you, and then you only get the rank 1 effect of whatever gem that you auxiliate in it. Now that's where, so say that you have, there's some gems that maybe not the best for every different class type, right? And there's like a certain amount of like auxiliating gems that are extremely powerful that even at a rank 1 they're perfect to put in. The colossal engine is a great one, just because I still get the size, the movement speed, the damage increased by 15%. I get all of the benefit of what a rank 1 does, which you can increase the rank and it's going to increase, of course, the power and how much all the output of it is, but it's the size, and the size actually does not increase the later that you upgrade it. And so the size is actually how I'm able to move around. So watch, I'm just going to put a buff on myself, and that's going to make me bigger than him, and I'm going to run a lot faster. So that's where the colossal comes into super big play, as well as the bigger you are, the longer the range of your attacks are, and the faster, of course, you move.
Hello. Said so I should upgrade my crimson instead of auxiliary.
I mean, like, the thing is that so there is other aspects of where auxiliating can be like extremely powerful for your character, depending on where you're at with resonance and where you're at with like what are your goals trying to be for it. Meaning you are able to, so say that you have, I guess, are you able to jump in Discord and show me your screen? We can basically go over what you have, what's maybe your best options, what we should look at. I mean, giving you actually like a real good battle plan idea for the future and upgrading and planning out. If not, no worries, we can keep just going this way forward. It just makes it a lot easier. Don't do it, Bullark. Bitch. 3.4. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you already have probably some gems in your power. That is, it's not worth getting rid of them. You're maybe looking at maybe upgrading some of those gems and then just putting an auxiliary in, because it may cost you a lot less to upgrade the gems that you already have, depending on what they are and that aspect of it.
Set's ready, I can't do that.
That's fine.
Hello. Said I don't really use DC.
I will say it is the nicest and best thing I will say that they've ever released. I mean, it's free, it's super useful for all gaming.
Said I auxiliary a bike for the extra dot and it works well.
A bile, yeah.
Said bile.
Yeah, so a bile auxiliating is okay. Now, only thing about the seeping bile.
Hello. Said I have my crimson ox in a rank bloody reach.
Okay. I will say the only thing about the seeping bile is it does have some issues when it comes to... I'm actually auxiliating over my seeping bile that's rank 10 with the Colossal Engine, just because the bile's a very powerful dot. But if you read it, there's only a 4% chance of it proccing. Of course, all the continual damage you do gives it a better chance for it to activate. It's just, it would be nice if the thing was already like working. I mean, the Viper technically works all the time, and it does almost as much like damage output if you compare the two, like on a target dummy, as the seeping bile, because of the consistent output of it. Yeah, alright, but I will say the best auxiliating gems there is are the Colossal Engine, the Starfire, the Frozen Heart, because these are the ones all like give you like very high at the very beginning of it. The RC's okay-ish, but not the best, I would say. I mean, again, you can auxiliate a lot of these gems and still... Oh, Spiteful of Blood is another very good one, because you still get the damage of like whenever primary attacks put you down below a certain health, you no longer take damage from them for like 4 seconds. That one's another great one. Because if you look at how much the auxiliating of that seeping bile, I think it's only going to do like 64 or so % of your max health or something. Or less or something. I'll have to read what it did for it. I just remember like the rank 1 of it doesn't really kick in too terribly much. I mean, it does add a dot. No, yeah, again, I wouldn't say not to use it for it. What are you auxiliating it over? Now again, if you are still using 2-star gems, this new Bellet is very powerful. I love it a lot.
Said, what do you think the best star gem is RN?
Best 5-star gem? Okay, this is kind of like, a lot of people like to debate me on this one for it. I personally, number 1 is still Blood-Soaked Jade for me. Only because the movement speed, and it is the only gem that has 100% uptime. It's either working whenever you're above health or below health. Now the second one, which is also very close for first eye of it, is the RC, in my opinion, because the RC is going to give you burning. It's going to give you critical hit. It's a very powerful overall gem for it. It is literally kind of like a improved Mother's Lament. Now, looking into there, that kind of really goes into based upon your class. These two are probably the strongest, in my opinion. And then You don't have to have one, but a bottled hope,
Kenneth Nieves
medium rank.
said I love the bellet. I have mine for PvP and PvE.
Yeah, the bellet. So the bellet is roughly. So I see a lot of pattern. A lot of the 2-star gyms that they're making, they kind of have like a. They're like a stepchild to like a 5-star gym. Like you have Seeping Bile, and now you have the Viper. You also have the Blood-Soaked Jade, and now you have the bellet. You have your Mother's Lament. You have the Rolling Consequence. I feel like then you even have like the Curseling, which is kind of more of like an improved Black Rose. Even though the Black Rose does maybe proc a little bit more. But it really kind of goes a little bit up here, that one. Gloomcast. I actually have a rank 10 Gloomcast that I'm trading out.
Do you think GC is good?
Gloomcast is good for certain classes.
Said I oxed my file over ARSV.
Over a what?
Woke up this morning,
Rank 4 SV.
put on my headphones, turn up the beat. Gonna let loose, forget all the heat. Walking down the street, people staring at me, but I don't give a damn. I'm in my own spree. Swag on point, attitude so high, no, I know. Woke up this morning, feeling like a wreck. Brains in a haze, but I'm ready to flex.
SV. What is an SV? What? Spike. Wait, no.
Kenneth Nieves said Storm Vault.
Storm Vault. Sorry. Okay. I don't know why I wasn't thinking that one right there on top of my head.
Woke up this morning feeling like a wreck. Brains in a haze, but I'm ready to flex. Put on my headphones, turn up the beat. Gonna let loose, forget all the heat. Walking down the street, people staring at me, but I don't give a damn. I'm in my own spree. Swag on point, attitude so high. No one. Woke up this morning feeling like a wreck. Brains in a haze, but I'm ready to flex. Put on my headphones, turn up the beat. Gonna let loose, forget all the heat. Walking down the street, people staring at me, but I don't give a damn. I'm in my own spree. Swag on point, attitude so high. No one. Woke up this morning feeling like a wreck. Brains in a haze, but I'm ready to flex.
Kenneth Nieves
Headphones, turn up the beat.
said I didn't realize we are on the same server till I logged into this live stream. Pretty cool.
Awesome. Storm Vault. Let's see.
Hello. Said same.
Let's see. Well, I just moved to the server actually when I came back. So like I came back like a month earlier actually for it, but I basically Sum and Very were talking to me and realized that I did not have or I was going to count for that my badge when I just came back, and the server was going to change in like 2 days. And so I ended up going over to Rat King for a month, and I basically just kind of like AFK farmed there for a little while just to get myself caught back up. Oh, I'll try to get you bubbled. I will say though, you will find probably more damage output if you auxiliate in a Colossus engine. Like that's probably the #1 gem to auxiliate.
Hello. Said I used to be on Lysander.
So I've been on the last vestige. I've been over in Q Wardens. I've been over in, of course, I want to survive. No.
Hello. Said but I left because there was too many whales. Hello. Said like Baratheon.
I will say that, like, I guess there are some of the whales that definitely recently left and went west.
Said if you know who that is.
Baratheon? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of whales over on our server right now. I mean, I'm technically 9K, and I may not, like, looking at my clan's, like, top 8 players, I would be hard-pressed to try to make that, even that top 8 for, like, rights, like, top of it. I mean, there's a lot of big boys in ours.
Kenneth Nieves. Said Digen Musterdog is my tune. I'm a satyr too. My Colossus is RR and my tune is only months old.
Okay. Do you have then, so you can put that in for it. Do you have a bellet? Like, the satyr with the bellet is super nutty right now.
Krog live on Twitch and YouTube.
Hello. Said I just like being immortal.
Oh, yeah.
And since we're dying anyway, you're saying that it's better if we at least start fighting?
Man, back in the day, Immortal was like so much more work than it was being a shadow, and now they've like made it so much easier. Like back in the day, man, you had to do all of your crap every single day, or you were not getting the sigils, and then you aren't gonna be able to do anything else.
Said yet are.
Yeah, 6 cut.
Said I'm prob gonna join Tab Raza.
Cool, cool. Yeah, rank 6, okay. I will say another one is really good to auxiliate in is the
Said I'm in a clan for Alts RN. Hello. Said while I level.
That's smart. Yeah, go ahead and get yourself up for it. I mean, yeah, while you're leveling, I mean, granted, Necro AFK farming is going to be your fastest and quickest way to get yourself caught up. But
said LOL, you can just stare at a wall for immo tasks.
no, now. Used to, you had to do, like, every single thing all the time for it. Yeah, now Immortal's just the cakewalk.
Hello. Said my name is Orin in game.
Okay. Please forgive me though if I do forget that, and later whenever you may whisper me or see me or something like a brawl or whatever. If that is the case for it, I am terrible about remembering of names.
Kenneth Nieves said Headshot's a good player. Hello. Said what S or fave part about being immortal?
Favorite part about being immortal? Maybe digital blades. I mean, I will say maybe just being able to be lazy and being able to get everything done for your character, or like for your tasks. Like, I don't got to worry about being on time for an assembly or whatever. I can do everything whenever on my time.
Kenneth Nieves said Imo chat LOL best thing in vault defense.
Oh, I'll be honest, I do hate the vault defense sometimes, but it's just like it's a long time you got to be out there for it. And the thing is, I hate it, especially like if I run a construction company, and so it's where if I can't just log on and do a couple vaults to help out and then get back off if I got work.
I like vault defense.
Okay, so I like the concept of it. I don't like that I have to be there for the whole hour of it completely. And if something happens or whatever, and my 5-year-old or my 9-month-old or whatever like needs something or whatever, I'm basically letting my team down because I'm not able to click the queue. It's just not a...
Hello. Said I've only been immortal once.
Oh, you only have been immortal once? I've been immortal quite a bit. It is got it. No, I mean, again, I will say, I think it's definitely because I've been immortal, like, a lot. Now, granted, I don't think they ever counted any of the, like, the ones before, but, like, back in the time of, let's see, like, where, on Last Vestige, if anybody's over on Last Vestige, Doombringer, or, what's the other server of it? I can't remember. But if you go and back to the wall, if you guys are on any of those servers and you go back far enough on that wall, you will find Sir Krog sitting directly in the middle. I led a clan back in the time for it where I'm like the guy in the middle here. You'd have to go back like way back in there though. Like this is like earlier days. Before the server merge ever happened. Well, yeah, before the server merge. No, I may have been the first immortal for the server merge. So I'm not in this server, it's a group, so. I've been immortal on this server only a couple times. Oh, what up, my dear? Hello.
Hey baby, what are you doing?
Oh, we are live here, just playing some Diablo. What are you up to?
Nothing. Everybody just left the cabin. The baby woke up. So.
Oh. Well, hello, my dears.
Kenneth
Hello.
Nieves
We're
said
fixing to
Cool
lay
Breeze
back
Gaming
down,
Company
but
is
I
back
just
as
wanted
you see
to.
in the live stream.
Hey, I appreciate you coming by, Kenneth. What'd you say, babe? I'm sorry.
Hello.
I just want to call and say I love
Said
you.
do
We're
you
fixing
know
to
how
lay
good
back
they
down,
have to be to
but
join your group of clans?
our phone has like a delay going on.
It does?
Yeah. Your daddy.
Yeah. Is that my bookie?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Wookie? Hello on that question. How good are I could look and see. I could ask Barry, give you kind of like a gauge range. I mean, I know activity is going to be very important. I mean, like, it's not real easy to get in my clan, I know that, but... Sorry, we got quite a few chatting with us tonight, Mom.
Anyway, I love you.
Said my dad
I love
also
you.
plays this game.
Bye, baby.
Okay.
Said or used to.
I love you, babe. I'll talk to you later. Your dad used to play this game too? That's cool. I met one dude one time that was watching the stream that,
Hello. Said he used to be a K-Res.
nice. But the, there was one time that I remember there was one viewer that was watching and he actually, it was a younger kid that didn't actually play the game, but he knew his dad did. And so he was looking at, like, I guess some other Diablo Immortal portions for it. And he kept asking questions. Basically, like, I was confused at first because he was asking questions, but he didn't really understand what he needed to do with some of the things. And so then basically he like told me like what it was. His dad actually is the one that played. And so I was like, all right. I was like, let us figure out, let's see what his character is.
Remember watching your stream while he was fighting you, lol.
What was his name?
Hello. Said yeah, that was me. Hello.
That was you?
Said I think.
We're like, we told you to like, we were more or less just giving you some information to try to like, kind of shock him and be like, Dad, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that for it? I think he ended up like jumping in the Discord with us that night. The dad did, and we helped him out for quite a while. He was like, dude, thanks. He's like, I was like, no, I don't think you don't need to thank me. You need to thank your son for it. He's the one that came in and got me. He's like, yeah. He's like, I never even thought about like launching like a stream for it.
Hello. Said you prob remember huh? Hello. Said it was alien. Hello. Said he was a DH.
I can't remember. I'll be honest, I do help a lot of players. Like anybody that ever wants to jump in Discord and like let me be able to help inspect or so, I do. So that's where like I'll be honest, I get kind of forgetful, I guess, of what classes each people play and the names technically of them for it. Once I like start talking a little bit more about it, it refreshes my memory of exactly like what their player name was and that kind of stuff. I remember people off of like more of, I guess like their apparent, or they're not their appearance or their name or anything, but it's just like how they act or they talk. And I can remember like our conversations and everything else we had, but I'm terrible at remembering what the name was.
Hello. Said actually NVM. Hello. Said I don't think it was me.
It may not have been. Because the other boy, like, he didn't play at all.
Hello. Said cause NGL my dad didn't like whales even though he was one lol.
I think the people that don't necessarily like other whales, or they don't like how certain other whales or so may not have, I guess, acquired their account themselves. Like, I personally have paid for every bit of my account. Never did Susan, never anything. I just do everything straight off of Battle.net, and like the cost that I probably had to put in compared to a lot of others have done is like I'm like triple to quadruple the amount of cost that it takes to, like, in case somebody just like even bought an account, even could have been like a couple thousand or whatever.
Said I never understood why he got mad about them being PW while he had K flat.
And a lot of it is there's a lot of players that have found other, and this is like old back in the way or time for it, like they've fixed a lot of these patches and things where players were able to dupe gyms and kind of do like some shadier things
Forget about that.
to get like themselves powered up, and that put a lot of bad taste in a lot of the people. I mean, because this game is very expensive.
CC.
Oh, well then he can't complain about other whales. That doesn't make any sense.
Said so he had no reason.
He had no reason. Like I see where like I am a player that I don't get upset by other whales or whatever around there, because I mean, like, even if they, however they got their account, I don't care. It gives me somebody to play with and gives me somebody to fight against and get myself better. Now, did I spend twice probably what they did? Yes.
Hello. Said although I think it was mainly BC he didn't like people who were piloting.
Well, that isn't that, I guess maybe my definition of what a pilot technically is playing an account that wouldn't be their own, right? It'd be like flying a plane that wasn't their own. So that would be hypocritical in the situation, I would think. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my definition of what that is wrong. I'm not as hip on the lingos.
Hello. Said well I actually am playing on the account he started as.
I mean, and that's the thing. I don't care for it. Like, that doesn't bother me anything. Again, I would rather see an account keep active and going over just seeing it die. I mean, I personally have maybe like a different opinion on for it. I understand I probably paid more. Doesn't matter to me. My whole thing is to like advertise for the game.
Said he bought a new one BC he said it cost a lot less.
Well, I mean, granted, the accounts and probably that kind of stuff are going to get cheaper and cheaper throughout, like, just throughout time. I mean, but, like, you're not looking at, like, just like a small amount of either money for it, too. That's kind of, I guess, where you do find some players get pretty aggravated by some of it. Is, I mean, you're looking at, like, people that really put it in to get the account, unless they did it, like, by, I guess any other lawful means, I guess. I don't know. But you're looking at maybe close to like 100K. I mean, easy. And it's a much, much cheaper nowadays to upgrade your stuff and to get like what you're after in the sense for it. But back in the day, I mean, everything was very expensive to it. But back in the day, you couldn't even buy secondary gems unless you were on like some servers, or the market would get, well, I guess when the dupe gems things came out, that really started like
Hello.
throwing them out.
Said he bought AK back when Max was like K and there was only K legendary slots.
Yeah, so like that's a pretty probably expensive account at that period there and then. I mean, you were roughly looking at, back in the day, a 3K account that would cost you roughly around $5,000. Not like buying one outright, but to make one from start to finish. That was what roughly it was. But it's not that way anymore. I mean, a lot of free-to-play players are 3K now. Because I was one of the first on my server to have like the 3K wings. Because that was the first wings that they gave you. Me and my buddy Huff were both. And we both had like totaled up what we had like spent for it, and it was very like just even like having some that are luckier than others with certain like drops. Huff was one of those guys that got really lucky on drops. I mean, like most of all of he's got like almost all 5 out of 5 stars on, or 5 out of 5 like star gems for it, and everyone he just was able to loot. Why can I not click that? Okay, I guess that's bugged.
Hello. Said what do you think is the appropriate secondaries for AKACC?
For 8K? Really? You should have everything roughly closer to around 7K secondaries. Like I have one stat that is 7K, and that's my potency. The rest are nowhere near that. And I'm probably running at a higher res than I should be.
Said also where do you think I should go?
You should. Well, I know what class are you right now for it? I would just say LF, like type in world chat and then type in also immortal or shadow, whichever you are. Type in LF or OWF.
Hello. Said no K. Krog later. Said LFO.
Ask where do you think I should open world farm? No 3.5K. What do you mean?
Hello. Said Barb.
Also, where do you think I should? Oh, what are appropriate secondaries for 3.5? I'm sorry. I thought you said something higher when that one before. I think you said like 8.5 or something, or I heard that differently on the portion of it. I'd say around 3,000 is gonna like again. I'm looking at like the average of like what you should probably have for like a power output. So the thing is like you probably have what 2,000 secondary stat across the board, maybe if you're playing it evenly.
Hello. Said I said what secondaries for K?
You're asking like what secondaries you should use, or what secondary like what your number should be around 3.4K. Because what secondaries you use, that depends on what class and what build you're playing. I see you over there, you little fuck. Where are you going? You level 3K basically? Okay.
Hello. Said I have all K basically.
Alright, and that's the thing. 90% of players, I feel like, make this mistake. They evenly just jelly spread their love across all the secondary stats evenly. Now, what you really can do to like capitalize on your power output is... Oh, come on, man. What you can really do is specialize in a secondary, meaning combine all of your, like say that you want to put armor pin as your main, combine or let's say they do maybe potency or so, combine all of your resistance into one gem and only socket one of your yellow slots with resistance.
Hello. Said sorry this might be confusing cause I think you will know. Hello. Said little delayed.
Yeah, I think there's the questioning is what's getting me mixed up here. But what you can do is, like, again, if you got 3K across the board, you can run with a and maybe, I don't know, maybe you can send a picture of like what the question is of, like, meaning like send, I guess, what you're, I guess, looking to try to accomplish there.
Hello. Said I have K armor pen, K resistance, K potency, and K arm.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm saying is, like, what you can do with this, pretty good. Resistance. Okay, yeah, so you are specializing up as much as you can, it looks like. Armor pin, 3K resistant.
Hello. Said if you want you can look at it cause I'm on your serve.
Type Krog then world chat then.
Norman Recky. Said we were both top in damage.
I was top and dick getting taken. There was everyone everywhere. And then you'd over here just beam around at me and just nitpick me away when I'm over here trying to survive. It was a real asshole move, Norman. And I tried to get a hold of you one time and I didn't have any of my skills ready and I was like, damn it. You sly little fox. Alright, there you are. Alright. Oh. There's a lot of your power missing right there, not having any runes. You have that auxiliated, that's good. You need this auxiliated too. You could probably put in a Starfire auxiliation here. I wouldn't worry about this. I would replace this 1 star with maybe the Bellet. And then, yeah, auxiliating the Bellet, I don't know, would be the play on that one. Let me see. Did you live? Sorry. What the hell?
Hello. Said I normally do.
What the hell? Let's see, okay. Echoing Shade, you got the Colossal over, that's fine. Howler's Call.
Said I took it off cause I was doing Conqueror.
Okay.
Said and I was switching my gems.
Are you looking to try to... I guess, what is your goal? What is your plan to try to do? What do you want? What's your mission?
Hello. Said I normally have my Swenson auxiliary over.
Well, also again, if you're looking for PvE damage, the Swenson or the Echoing Shade's one of the best PvP ones.
Hello. Said RN I'm focused on getting back to Para.
Okay, well, Barb is gonna be a harder one to open world farm with, I will say. Or like, I guess when I say open world farm, I mean AFK open world farm. Like, are you able to like leave your phone or an iPad or anything that has the game on it just out on it, just to like if you wanted to leave it while you sleep? Or I guess you can do that on your phone technically.
Hello. Said not R. Hello. Said kinda.
Man, so you could do it on your phone technically while you're like sleeping. I mean, just like
Hello. Said cause I go to school.
no, that's what I'm saying is like, I just didn't know if you had an iPad or whatever, like all day while you're at school, you should leave your character open world farming with like a group of 4. And then that way, whenever you come back, you're going to have like basically almost half your Paragon levels caught back up. And you're going to have like probably 10 plus legendary greens. You're going to also gain all of those runes that you're missing. Like whenever I was AFK farming, I had no runes at all on top of me. And then for about the 1 month that I was over there on Rat King or so, I was just open world farming just to like get myself caught back up. And then of course, like I was caught back up like early enough already. But what I was able to do was able to get lots of familiar contracts, runes, a lot of things to be able to sell and get my character caught back up. So it's like right now, while you're probably what, on a phone or so, right?
Said okay. Hello. Said but do you know how to AFK farm?
Yeah. All you got to do is make sure that your primary attack lock is on, which you go to your settings and then just you go to, I think it's like in general or something. Just make sure primary attack lock is on. Double check that for me and I'll tell you the next step. Damn it, you. Yeah, that's the thing. I AFK farm every night. Right there, it says invite open world farm right there. That guy's right there looking forward to it as well. Here, we'll look at it. I get here. It's like you go to settings. It's in. I think it's in like display or no.
Hello. Said I found the group already with THX.
All right, that's fine. But here now, make sure that you have your. I saw it just a second ago. Make sure that you have your primary attack lock is on. All right, so if you go to, I just saw it. Go to controller. Make sure the primary attack lock is on. I have it off for my computer because I'm on where I can like aim everything I want. You got that as a check?
Said I saw it on URS, but it doesn't show on mine.
Okay, so make sure that you go to, well, it's on there. Like, I know it is, like 100%. Because, like, you should have your primary attack lock on if you're playing on a mobile device. So go to, again, don't make me have to, like, load up my phone and log off of this one for it. So you go to settings. It's under controller, primary attack lock. Or it might be under your general or so.
Hello. Said I think it's different cause I'm on phone.
Damn it, you're gonna make me do this, aren't you? Anything for the viewer help. Loading into my phone here for a second. So I'm gonna pull my game off the... If it's on the same one, I'm gonna give you some crap for this. Because I know it's here. Like 100,000% here. Settings.
Norman Recchi. Said tip items like familiar contracts only drop at specific times. Windows drop rate.
Alright, it's on interface.
Legos during same time. The time windows are to into every hour.
Interface.
Hello. Said no, it's fine.
No, it's on interface. Now don't tell me it ain't there on yours. Loading the game back up. Like familiar.
Hello. Said type. Hello. Said sorry.
You're good. So now that you have it on, I know there's a delay.
Hello. Said I thought it would say primary attack lock.
What did it say? It should say primary attack.
Said yet.
Alright, so now that you have that on, I want you to take two fingers, double tap your primary attack button, and then let go. Don't touch anything else. And if you don't get it the first time, just try double tap, 2-finger tap, double tap, 2 fingers. On your primary attack button, 2 fingers, double tap, and then let go.
Set primary attack aim.
Yeah, click that on.
Norman Recce. Said yeah, that's it. Hello. Said I got it.
Now did you do the 2-finger touches?
Hello. Said tie.
Actually, yeah. Now, so you are going to have trouble with staying alive overnight with that barb, I will say. Because, I mean, I even have trouble with my Crusader. I can show you a build.
Norman Recce. Said I wish there were another way to activate it. It can be stubborn sometimes, especially if you have big bingers. Norman Recce. Said big fingers.
It is more difficult sometimes on the phone, I will say, hitting it. But the reason that the Necromancer is so much better than the other classes for...
Gonna switch to Necro TMRW.
Okay, so that's the thing. The reason that the Necro is better for open world farming over some of these other classes is because they have summons. Now the summons... Damn it, Bullark. The summons do not... So like after about a couple minutes of you AFK farming, your primary attack lock is going to quit working. Like you're gonna still be moving, but you are not going to see your character's like animations, or you're not gonna see like any actually like abilities coming out. It's gonna just kind of make it where your character's swinging, but nothing's coming out of him, and that happens to everybody. But that's the reason that the Necros are so powerful, because their summons allow them to keep it going no matter what. You come back here, Bullark. One of the sweet cheeks. I need 15 seconds before you come back to me. I don't want you. Don't fight me now.
Norman Recce. Said multi-kill.
No, Bull. I said 15, and you're up here way too early. Bull, get it back. All right, we're ready to go. $20 seconds, Bull. Can't come fight me yet. Gotta go. Woo!
Hello. Said I'm a King RN.
Oh, you bitch. Yeah. The thing's like, you just watch, but like, let your character go. And like, I will say that there is a better Paragon to get the best loot out of that. I will say also that the Hungerer, like 2-star gem, is really good because it heals you whenever you kill. And you're going to want to put certain gems on that will... you guys are bastards. There's certain gems, again, like, you want gems on... Like, I wear a weird build for... Like, I dropped to like 7k or so for my AFK farm build because I put on some gems that will proc whenever I take damage. Whenever... Damn it. You want things that, like, your familiar, which familiar you have on there will proc certain ones. Just go ahead and leave it AFK for like 5-10 minutes and see if you survive or not. You'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. Well, he's playing Barb right now. So he's going to have a little more difficulty trying to survive by himself. I bet you it's you right back here, isn't it? Yep, you want the pants for the bone armor? Hey, Bullark, I want you to know you're a real McAsshole. I don't blame the 7 others that are killing me on your team. I just blame you.
Rotting zombies skeletons headpiece. Their AoE is important to make them aggro consistently.
Yep.
Hello. Said I've been a fiend for like min and needed to save myself times.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't just work if you don't put on the correct gems. So like leveling up a hunger gem works really good. Putting on a 6-piece Vithus works really good. The other nice thing about like Necros are they have borrowed time. So they can die even and then they can come back alive. But they need the hunger gem so that way it will go ahead and basically they gain health on killing things.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast. You jumped up a notch.
I don't know if the hunger auxiliary. So here's one thing you definitely should do. Release your Zwinson Haunting, your Echoing Shade. Echoing Shade, Zwinson Haunting are really good for it. You want to maybe like auxiliary if you've got like a Maw of the Deep, Starfire, Storm Vault, anything that will proc off of damage, and then make sure that you're familiar. Pick a familiar like I don't want to say what I call a little worm is, but the little worm is really good, and I put him on offensive, making sure he like spits and leaves a little pool out there. You need something that triggers your damaging gems. So I would auxiliate even over like the Blood-Soaked Jade. Auxiliate over like if I didn't have 5 more minutes left of PvP, I would show you what my build looks like again.
Said, oh hey, race a tip when you use draw deep chest for bone armor. Also use grave dirt as weight shoulders with it. Reason is elite can have a power that blows wind and will move you off your spot. This combination helps a lot with that issue.
Keeps you like in spot. I always did the bone armor that, or borrowed time that whenever you die, you come back with more critical hits, and so that way your like skeletons could kill quicker to be able to get your hunger to heal you back up faster. But now they have the bone armor to heal you, so like, I could see where yours works a little bit better for the not moving yourself out. So let's see.
Said you know when you come back and you are out of range of any mobs. Norman Recky said yeah.
I'll be honest, Norman. Late at night, my Seder. That's where I told you last night. I was like, sometimes I go ahead and act like the wind blew me over here, but I'm over here standing just to huddle next to somebody for survivability.
Norman Recky said ha ha ha.
Yeah. So here is, alright, there, I guess I went into the game. I can show you my, or my farm build after, but I have like, there's another gym I have in there that triggers off of like taking damage. Auxiliating a Blessing of the Worthy is not bad either, because that triggers off of damage. Echoing Shade, though, is probably one of your best that you can be able to use. You may not have them, though, too. I get it.
Hello. Said the thing is. Hello. Said I don't really have in plat.
That's fine. You don't need to buy any of these gems.
Yeah, woke up this morning feeling like a wreck. Brains in a haze, but I'm ready to flex. Put on my headphones, turn up the beat. Gonna let loose, forget all the heat. Walking down the street, people staring at me, but I don't give a damn. I'm on my own street, swag on point.
Hello. Said I have a echo and a blessing.
Yeah, those are great gems for open world farming.
Hello. Said oh I just remembered I can create a bunch. Norman Recky said Void Spark is nice for a thing if ya find it really reaches around.
Yeah, it does. I like the Storm Bolt a lot for it too, just because it grabs, like, it seems to stay out there decently long time, and it will grab everybody around it.
Bobo Dakes said yo you watching game tomorrow Nuggets vs Thunder, you're a Thunder fan right?
I think, honestly, in that game 7, like the last of it, I probably should watch it. I got Vigil of Blades, though, that I got to do first, but... So I may have it on, like, I may just keep the Sports Center up on my side.
Hello. Said is spiteful good for AFK?
Not really that much. I mean, it's alright, but not going to give you that much for it.
Loading. Said hey. Loading. Said what the heck?
Like, this dude will refuse to give me this lead, and he's a 2K player.
I never said hey.
What do you bet? What? Yeah.
Norman Recky said one of the deadliest things you will face while a king is ranged monsters that are not aggro on your summons. Having gems that will react to their damage and trigger other gems aggro your summons is good to have. Hello. Said I replaced my pebble with my blessing.
That's good.
Hello. Said in my spiteful with my hungerer.
Yeah. The hunger will start giving you extra, like, healing. You just need some gems that also will proc, like, off of damage. So that way, also make sure, we got to check your familiar, too. Your familiar was actually, like, the way that I was able to, like, get in there. I had never seen, I'm so aggravated that entire match. Literally, I've never seen a more ignorant player that just, like, I asked for a lead, like, 5 to 6 times. I saw there was a 10K on my side. There was a 9K barb on the left side. I requested. Where is this dude at? I think it's this one. Yeah, this 2K, like, necromancer did not want me to move him out of the barbs for it. I get it. He's playing the golem build. He wants to be able to stay on that idol. I'm fine with that. But if you're going to hold lead, then know how to move the players around that need to be, like, you want your strongest players in there with all your satyrs and that kind of stuff. They're going to make a big push. You split everything out for it, and then, like, if I bubble, like, a bunch of wizards or whatever, they're likely not going to be sitting on the idol with me. So be able to, like, you know, just kind of AFK, just kill everything out. But here is my, this is my farm build. So I have auxiliated over my chip of the stone. I have a storm vault. I had left the seeping bile out there on it. I auxiliated a maw of the deep over my blood-soaked jade. I have a regular hunger in. I kept the void spark. I kept the starfire. This is the other gem. This 2-star moss thorn. Taking damage activates moss thorn for 6 seconds. While activated, each attack you receive triggers a basically piercing thorn. This is all you really need. You just need a little bit of damage output back to trigger the rest of your dots. A blessing of the worthy. I probably could actually even auxiliate a right here over that seeping bile. I could put a what is it called? The echoing shade. And even an auxiliated echoing shade is a great one for it, just because it keeps that shit, like the clone, out there a little bit, and it gives you another chance for something to proc. Now, what other thing I do for that as well? On my familiars, I use the old cum spitter. Oh, that's what I call it actually, but the little worm. All it does is put this little nasty pull out on the ground. Make sure that he's in aggressive. Normally, for PvP, I like to actually run my cat in defensive, but this does not save with armories like their stance, so you will need to check that if you do enter a change. But I will put a worm. So, like, where's the worm that I think I actually use for it is, I mean, I'll just go put it on real fast, because I actually found, like, a specific worm that did really well, because, like, satyrs are really difficult to try to, like, keep alive at night as well. Let's see, let me put on my farm.
Hello. Said I have mid familiars.
No, the thing is, the familiar doesn't have to be, like, I'm talking, I use a crappy familiar. So where is oh, PvP? Let's hold on, make sure I have my stuff on. Yeah, I do. All right, I'm gonna overwrite that because I want to save that build. So for farm, I'm gonna activate my farm. All right. So let's see. Where's my familiar? Yeah, it drops me down to like 7K. Here it is. This crappy little blue farm.
Said I don't have a lot of gold.
No. I'm talking. This is just like.
Said I'm thinking about it. Crimson Behelit will be very good for saving you if you have chips, so the fear will do damage that way. If you ever drop below HP from a pesky ranged, it will fear and trigger everything. Hello. Said so I only have extra slots.
No, that's the thing. Is like I would just replace your main pet, the one that's following you around. So here's the reason I picked this one. This is just a crappy little skitter worm, right? Skitterite. I ended up. So it has Soul Shield, converts 20% of the skill damage to a shield. Tenacity reduces the familiar's cooldown, so it's going to come back up quicker. Skill damage adds 4.5 damage per use. That one I really didn't care. The Siphon converts 7.14% of status effect of the damage of that familiar to a little bit of healing. A little bit of healing is very nice. Increases skill damage of players. Yeah, we're not going to go about that. Increases the skill damage by 15% when no enemies are within 3 yards of the player. This is really nice.
Said yeah, Siphon is actually nice.
The Lobber and the Soul Shield with the Siphon are, and also Tenacity, just being able to reduce everything down.
Said GGS on the games tonight.
GG's. But the Lobber is really nice because where I find myself die a lot open world farming is a mob is like shooting me from like a really far range that I'm barely able to see.
Said how is it hanging tonight?
I did pretty well tonight. There's a couple games that had some rough ones in it. I definitely got talking and helping more than I probably was playing at some of those, but
Norman Recky said GGMRCTZ.
But that's where like finding this portion and putting this as aggressive. So if like I'm out there and hey. Let's see.
Pungdaming. Said anyone have trouble connecting to net from guest account? Hello. Said I have Siphon.
Siphon's really good for them.
Said in Tenacity.
Perfect. Just make sure that familiar is on aggressive. So that way he will like attack regardless if he sees or he like doesn't have to wait for you to take damage.
Said that reduces cooldown by.
And Tenacity. Oh, wait, hold on, let me see. And hey, thank you so much for the first time chat, being gaming. From a guest account. I mean, I've got it on my iPad and my phone. I didn't actually earlier today or earlier maybe like at maybe about 20 minutes ago. I technically logged out of my computer to like log into my phone to check to see about a setting for a viewer. And I was able to get right back in.
Hello. Said I actually have siphons.
Nice. Let's see. Yeah. You got Siphon, Tenacity. That's good. Soul Shield also would just help it for it. But again, I'm only using this pet just for, again, this is an open world farming portion of it. There is a group right there is needing. Let me check to see if some. And then I can actually, I don't know how to actually demonstrate it on my computer. I don't know how to do the primary attack thing on the computer. I do it on my phone or my pad. Looking for open world farm. He just read my message.
Hello. Said and I have Soul Shield.
Nice, very good. So that make sure that pet is on aggressive. So like,
Another tale to what caution is often wise.
let me see how much damage this thing could do.
Hello. Said I have soul shield on. Hello. Said but I don't have enough gold to buy it.
Enough gold to buy what? You have to move that pet that has all those items to your main companion, not the bonds. These bond ones do not count. Only the main companion. Like, you just swap it out. I had one message me back, said about 5 minutes, and I can get in one maybe.
Norman Recce. Said sent you DM on Discord.
Okay.
Hello. Said buy a bond slot. Hello. Said oh. Hello. Said that makes more sense. Hello. Said sorry.
You're good.
Hello. Said wait.
What am I waiting for?
Hello.
Dirty.
Said I have Siphon Soul Shield and Tenacity all on different pets. Hello. Said how do I put them in?
Well, you just gotta find a pet that just has it, and the thing is, you're gonna find more pets and more familiars just like AFK farming. Not gonna be able to really trade those out.
Hello. Said so which is best?
Probably Siphon.
Hello. Said which skill?
Siphon. Anything to heal you. That's where, like, if you have like a Vithu 6 set, even of an old set, well, actually, never mind. You're not gonna want to go that much lower on combat rating. You'll die faster that way. Put on your highest combat gear, I will say, probably too. I'm assuming you probably have it on earlier. I was looking at your sets that didn't really match, so.
Hello. Said I have that one on.
Okay, go. Make sure the pet is on aggressive though too.
Hello. Said I have a piece with us. Hello. Said Vithus.
Yeah, you need a 6 set. The 6 set gives you actually healing. Ooh, we got a white one. Oh, I got a rolling? Hell yeah. Two-star.
Norman Recky. Said Woot. Hello. Said I just realized I need a new farm group lol.
Alright.
Said I've been doing it all this time with other person lol.
You need to like 4. You want 4 in there. Because at 4, then they'll like keep the kill streak going. But, alright. Guys, I'm going to, now I'm going to AFK. I'm going to go work back on my video. Hello, thank you for coming by. Come back again. We will do more tips and that kind of stuff. You're going to, I will say, once you get Necro and then you get the essences, then it doesn't rely on your gems. It relies more on your essences for the Necro. But, alright. If you guys are willing to, let's find somebody to raid out. I really wish I could raid out my YouTube guys too. Or maybe even raid out to another YouTube channel. That would be so cool. We're going to raid out to another guy doing this. Let's see if you guys are willing to. Appreciate you all coming by and hanging out.
Hello. Said should I use Survivor?
Yeah, I would use Survivor and rock with. These are what I run with. If you get near somebody, you can get yourself healed, and also you get a fatal attack from monsters. Now, when you get to Necro and you get all the essences that you need, you're going to want to go to Vanquisher. You're going to want to run with Delaying Time. And then all 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that one. But for right now, I'm running this too just because I am not playing my Necro class. So, but you can just type in like LF Open World Farm or something like that. But, alright, let's raid out to this guy here.
Norman Recky. Said glad they removed the AFK killer poison puddle.
Alright guys, I will catch you all in the next one. Come on, get that button, get that button. Yes! Thank you all so much.
Norman Recky. Said peace.
Later guys.